Hey, everyone.
What's up?
Hello.
Simon.
Listen
Yeah.
and look if you are watching the video for this podcast because it's animated.
So if you're watching, there's faces with talking.
There's actually, you guys don't know the images. You haven't seen them yet.
I have no idea what you're doing.
So
All you've said is like, hey, I'm going to try to, I guess, animate some faces with AI for a podcast. I was like, okay, I'm here for it. That sounds fun.
I don't really like my choice.
well, it's going to change.
Do you know who your face is?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have on Neebs' PC, he's going to click in here in a minute, and you could see who's going to be who. I have two images for Apsros.
Are we
that
celebrities?
are on the screen,
I got
yes.
two images for me?
It's one of the images I'm going to use. I wanted to use the side view, but because it might look goofy.
Can I guess who I am? And I'll try to impersonate that person.
Yeah, you probably could
Okay,
do that.
here goes. Andy was a smart man.
No,
He
it's
was
not.
innocent.
It's not the one.
He was put in prison for killing his wife.
You'd think that'd be the one, but it's not the one.
You know what? I should be able to easily put that bit as Morgan Freeman.
Okay.
Just for that little bit.
Might be funnier to...
Maybe
Just
we'll go
be
back to
whoever it
Morgan.
was, okay.
Who knows? Whichever.
do it
I love
again.
that you can pick whoever. I'm here for
Right,
this.
because I'm obviously I didn't figure this out. This is Anthony's. Thank you, Anthony. No problem. So we can do this. I'd like to see if this can further evolve into a set, and like each podcast be fully animated.
It'll make it more
in
fun
the
to
future.
watch.
You never know. So why don't you click on that?
Yeah, let's see the images that you've picked for us.
Yeah, they're all on one page, right?
Oh, yeah, all right.
So for
Am I-
Neebs,
Hey, am I Matthew McConaughey?
yeah, you are.
All right, all right.
And I'm, say your prayer, little one. Don't forget my son.
And I remember he just talked like this, kinda. He had a redneck accent
Oh, did he?
What's his name?
in that movie. He
It was
did.
Zorg.
Who?
It was like he
in real
kind
life?
of put
Gary
it-
Oldman.
Yeah, Gary
Yeah.
Oldman.
All right.
He put a southern accent on that character.
And Simon's just himself.
That looks so much like me.
It really does.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Ada was the one that said
I've never
that-
seen you smile that big, though.
No, I know. I'm dead inside.
Do you think Gary Oldman looks like me, or
Nope.
it's just the hair, isn't it?
It was a
Phase of the hair.
it was a phase of it made me chuckle
Yeah.
when I thought of
Well, I get to pick your next one.
Just at the picture I'm looking at, why are there two of Apsara?
I originally wanted to use the one that's the side view with the mouth open, and I want to see, and you'll see it here. I'll make sure I use that one now.
Talk a little bit, Absar.
Exit light. Oh, yeah. Never, never land. Hello.
There you go.
Wow.
In Anthony's, he only did the mouths, I think, in his, where in this one, the heads are going to move a little bit. Whatever this program that he used gave us
What was it called?
options. Hold on.
Sad talker.
Sad talker. All right. So you just have an audio track and a picture, and hopefully the AI knows to generate a mouth.
Right, and he's
Okay.
only ever really done like a minute or so at a time, where that's why I was like, in my head, I'm going, we'll do the whole thing. But we might do, 5 minutes, whatever it is, depending on how long it takes, because I got to do it on that particular
So
computer.
we should get to the point at some point. Aim for this, maybe a year from now. AI generated podcast entirely. We don't even have to be here.
We could do that, and
Scripted by AI. Spoken by AI.
better conversations. It'll be better.
You could probably feed an AI all of our podcast episodes, and it would probably do a pretty good job.
You're probably
of,
right.
emulating that.
Have food talk.
Yeah, and just say have
know.
these four guys talk about food
That's the
for
formula.
an hour.
That'd be really fun to hear.
It would do it.
But I'm very much into it being kind of a cluster, trying to see if we're able to easily give AI the task of doing more and more animation.
Yeah.
Even if it's like giving it a wide shot and then asking it to, whenever you want, pull in and
Yeah, it's
push
just a
in
new
and
tool
do
in our
certain
belt.
things. Yeah. And
I saw on Twitter, I believe, or X, whatever you call it now, there was an artist using generative AI like on the fly. So he was painting a picture of this woman, but just very just simple colors and kind of a sketchy style. But on the right, it was generating like a full image of like, is this what you're after? Is this what you're after?
Wow.
And it was, and then he could like just change the lighting a little bit, and the AI would just update instantly.
That's
And it was kind of, it was
amazing.
kind of wild. He was painting fruit. like very simple looking, like, oh, this is a fruit basket. And, his version was like, just simple colors.
Yeah.
But the AI generated version was like it looked like a final piece. But it would update as he went. It was wild.
What a time.
I love it.
It's like when you're typing and it's autofilling. Like, no, that's not what I was going to say.
It really is.
Yep. No, I wanted a banana, not an eggplant. What
It's
are you
great
doing?
for like if you're an artist that does a lot of concept art, because concept artists, you're constantly just you're throwing out more sketchy based stuff like with video games, movies. We're just trying to like, okay, what about this? How would this look for a scene? You're trying to give something to the director to like give them an idea of what they want. So stuff like generative AI painting is like that's gonna give you 30 more options than
what
what you had. It's awesome.
My keyboard at home is pretty dope keyboard. There's like a system within it, and it's years old, but it's like if you've got a
Music keyboard or typing keyboard?
music. I should have made that clear. If you've got like a little ditty idea, bass line or something like that, you can put on this little program and do that, and it'll kind of elaborate on that. And you can
neat.
fuck with that and kind of get ideas that you might not have thought about based on your core idea.
Interesting. Remember that song we came up with last week on the stream?
You weren't here last week.
Well, the
You
week
weren't.
before.
Okay, what? What was it?
It was how'd
Just
it
3
go?
weeks ago now.
Eggplants in my pants and I need to dance.
It was a good song, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we could take that, get your keyboard on it.
Yeah. Just I'd find out the bass line as to what we were singing, or what we were singing to some,
We were singing to something.
That's someone.
so I could just like kind of enter that in.
Yeah.
Well,
Stay tuned.
okay, well, musically, and also, I mean, you want to try to get some enhancement lyrically as well, because that's an
I don't
easy-
think there's
I
a way
think
to
our
enhance
lyrics
that.
you can't
It's
get
already-
better than what
Oh,
we came up with.
everything was lock solid.
perfection.
Oh, good.
Perfection,
Okay,
really.
good,
yeah,
good.
dancing to eggplants.
No, I
Pants.
want eggplants. Don't get me wrong. I just didn't know he was happy with every word of the song.
I was thinking we'd mess up and say a bad lyric, but we didn't.
Not one bad lyric happened.
Cool.
Yeah. It like AI would be like,
Nope. Does not compute.
you're
clap,
better
Lord.
than me.
Remember those stories back in the day, like the guy that went up against the machine? Was it to lay railroad track or chop trees down or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Well,
That's us. We're modern day.
So we're the machine.
We talk about this guy all the time. We never remember his name.
gotcha. AI fears us.
It better.
John Henry?
Yeah, I think it's John Henry.
With the modern day John Henry?
Yeah, because I saw, man, fucking like, whatever, I saw some animation telling me about John Henry that I never saw before. I think
Is that how you get
Pixar
your?
did
Is
it.
that how you get your history?
All of my history through Pixar animated shorts. That's exactly how I get all my
Whatever
history.
works.
Hey,
I would definitely watch animated history lessons.
I think there's several YouTube channels.
Oh,
That,
I've
I mean,
no doubt.
it's animated, but it's like
Yeah.
in a kind of certainly educational way.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I
take
can't
it.
remember the name of the channels, but I know I've seen them.
Yeah.
so everyone's fine with their image that they're being used?
I'm good with it.
All right,
yeah,
good.
sure.
Yeah,
Go
man,
for
this
it.
is all right.
Go
All
for
right,
it.
I'm just fine.
Yeah,
Are we
never know.
still doing the mouths or no?
I mean, I'm assuming we're still doing it.
It probably ended after the first minute.
Maybe that's all we needed.
Maybe so. You're like, you know what? This is aggravating.
This is aggravating. I'm done.
We want to thank our sponsor, Rocket Money. And Rocket Money has saved me, like, money on reoccurring bills at least 3 times. And let me tell you, there's nothing better than to stop that before it starts when you've been burned so many times in the past of, oh, why am I getting charged this for that? Oh, that was a mistake for you. And how long was that going on for? I had no idea. But no more. Because Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills all in one place. And with over 5 million users and counting, Rocket Money has helped save its customers an average of $720 a year and $1 billion in total savings so far. So stop wasting your money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and manage your money the easy way by going to rocketmoney.com/Neebs. That's rocketmoney.com/Neebs. What's that? Oh, it's rocketmoney.com/Neebs. I want to talk about it a little bit more because, I was going to do the arc characters. That was the idea. And then it's like, well, that's kind of boring. But should we eventually be doing that? Or should we do we're going to be putting videos up whether it's happened already or soon. We could talk about it now, I'm sure. There's a little animated voodoo doll looking characters.
Uh-huh. What about them, Simon?
Yeah, when I started to think about that, I really do need to get checked out. That brought me to a different place in my head, and then I'm just like, what was I just talking about that got me into that? Besides anime.
Well, you were thinking
wanted
about
to talk
art
more about
characters.
the AI.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What type of meaning? What kind of characters should we do? Should we go
represents
towards
us this
right? And in this format, like because we have the characters that have been drawn that are on our landing page for YouTube. Like those particular characters are ones that I can go like, okay, that makes sense. Do we commit to those? Or do we?
If you could
go
figure that
for-
out and make it look good, because that's with generative AI. Like if we could figure out animation-wise how to make a pretty solid lip sync, I guess you would have to feed an AI. Like we would have to draw phenomes and feed it into an AI and say, okay, here's your phenome, here's your set list.
Gotcha.
I always said phoneme. Is that which one is it?
Are you talking about that's just the numeric order of the mouths, like when we used to
Yeah,
animate?
so we always have 12 mouths.
Yeah.
You could feed this AI 20. It's like, all right, let's give it a lot of options.
Just give all the pheromones.
Yeah, give it all the pheromones.
Or, a lot less, because honestly, you could do a lot with 4, especially if AI's doing it and we're talking so much.
Not enough,
Yeah.
man.
Is it phenomes? Have I been saying that wrong the whole time?
I say phonemes, but I say a lot of things wrong.
Well,
Those are
let me
both
tell you.
opposite
Phonemes?
of each other. They're kind of.
Well, you say it's not enough, but it looks pretty damn good, and there aren't mouths for
Who's using 4 mouse
the
shakes and getting
ragdoll.
away with it?
The ragdoll animation.
Oh,
That's why I'm saying 4 mouths can look good. I'm not saying 4 mouths
Can
is
look
ideal.
okay.
It's not great.
sometimes the mouth
but
has
there's
to be
no
a lot wider.
And if the AI could learn to make it wider,
I think
It
about
could.
11 mouths is what I like.
11
You're
mouths is
mouth
great.
kind of guy.
Me
Yeah.
too.
I'm an 11 mouth guy.
That's
Yeah.
what she said.
I like it.
Yeah, it depends on the character, but yeah, at least 11.
If AI is doing it and they were like, we can only do 4, I'd be like, all right, you're not a piece of shit AI. I accept you. We don't even know if it's going to
Nope.
take the 20 mouths or
No,
11. so.
take that one out back and put it down. We need a
That's
new
it.
AI.
Right. But it's going to be fun to play around. So
Yeah, it's like one of those. Yeah, there is that whole debate. Some people are so against it, but it's also it's going to be a tool in somebody's belt that they're going to be able to use to create cool shit. Because you'll be able to generate cool art and cool images and all that stuff, but you still got to bring it together and be creative, like bring it together into some sort of package that's presentable.
And
Maybe.
I keep telling myself because, like, whenever I was hearing about what you were talking about with that one artist and stuff like that, like, you're just like, a lot of times. But I always have to remind myself, it's not going anywhere.
No.
So you have to embrace it. And
We're getting numb. You'll get numb to everything because back in the day, before AI, you're walking down a street on vacation or something. Someone's painted something. You're like, man, that looks amazing. Now you're like, I don't know. Is that real? Is it not? I don't know. Is that just AI that he printed?
there's some sad parts to that. That's a little sad.
Well, I know I'm going to be very upset because right now, okay, they've already got like AI wanting to do, or they are doing radio spots, right? So DJs essentially are getting replaced, or they're saying that they're going to. Maybe in some cases they are using AI to intro songs and outro songs, and you think it's a real person, and rightfully so. I think the DJs are like, that's kind of fucked up.
Well, radio's been hurting for a while.
I know.
I'm surprised
I know it
radio's
has
even
been.
still around.
Very true, but the same thing. Well, radio is just an older name for what we're doing, kind of. So at least in this aspect, where it's going to be in 5 years, some people's favorite shows are going to be amongst people who are talking that are fake.
That'd be interesting because I
That
don't
would
listen
be
to
wild.
radio, but the one thing I do like about it, you're in a town or a city, you're driving around, there's someone actually there talking about what's going on, people are calling in, you feel connected, I guess. That's the only reason I would listen to radio. If I want music, I'm just going to go on Spotify or something.
Oh no, I understand that completely, but I'm just relating it to
I wouldn't
people
want it- I
replacing
wouldn't want
our
it to be
job
AI.
with gamers, and you go like, oh, you know what? These people aren't playing games. That's just AI voicing what works when people play games. So it's AI playing the game, and it's the voice of a character that's been created by AI, because that's kind of where things are shifting towards entertainment-wise.
I don't know. Will people
big-
accept that?
The big SAG contract
Yeah.
that just happened.
Yeah.
Part of that, and I don't know all the details at all, but some of my friends, like Shane like we, talking about it online and stuff like that. And I definitely saw that one of the big things is, works back in action and stuff like that. But it's going to be a huge part of the contract that you'll have to agree to your likeness in a lot of these contracts to be, mimicked.
Yeah,
With
in the
AI.
future.
After your gig, like down the road,
Absolutely.
kind of like
They own you.
yes.
In that respect, on a working job, this universe for
Right.
this job gets to do whatever the fuck they want with your likeness.
Right. Can I play devil's
the
advocate?
future.
Because my immediate reaction is like, ugh. But I'll play devil's advocate. It's like, okay, you're the editor, and oh shit, it's like, man, I really wish we had this shot. It's like, can you generate this shot quickly with AI to piece something together?
And that
instead of
normally-
having to have a damn reshoot.
That normally would have been extra money for the performer.
Right.
But get
yeah,
paid though.
Reasonably.
No, I get it.
they
but-
won't get.
But they can. They can get paid by any
doubt
time
they're gonna
that
get
it gets
paid.
added. But that's what I'm saying. That could have been one of the things that you go if you're going to regenerate, just like what you're saying.
Yeah.
It seems, I'm with Abstro. It makes sense for me to go, all right, you've got a budget of however many, $50 million. You've got everything, but this one scene's ruined.
Yeah.
And you go, okay, if we just had AI change your mouth and have you say this one word, we can avoid spending $800,000 to go back to that restaurant, set up all those lights,
Right.
do all this stuff.
Right.
I agree.
I agree 100%.
Where it gets ugly is if we don't need you for episode 2. But
No,
you're
see,
still
that's
in it.
different.
That's a
That's
different
different.
Of course.
That's a whole different
That's a
story.
very yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where they go. Yeah, exactly. We can give them the biggest part, and it doesn't matter. And as long as the initial payment, if you're signing up for that and saying, okay, this is my part, and
Agreeing
because
to-
of that, now I get paid 10 times more than I did before, and it may or may not come back. But the thing is, a lot of the time, these people won't. They're not going to tell you we're gonna build a franchise on you. They'll just take your likeness and then take off with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there needs to be legal protections because, you can't, like you said, you can't go into, like, we're going to shoot the sequel. But no, we already got this likeness.
Yeah,
we can just generate them.
it's
Like,
gotta
no,
be. That's
can't
too
do
much.
that shit.
That's too much.
Can't do that shit.
Yeah, of course.
But you could negotiate like, hey, I don't have to show up, but you're still going to pay me this much money? All right.
Right? It's like, hey,
Exactly.
if you pay me, you want me to do the sequel, but you only need me in 3 scenes. Can you guys just generate the likeness and just pay me, $300K? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll sign that. I'll sign that contract. That's
Yeah.
fine.
It's
That's
going to
fine.
be
Go
case
for
by
it.
case for
Yeah.
sure.
So AI, they're coming for you.
Can't believe they didn't have us in these talks, these SAG
Yeah, I know.
talks.
I
Yeah,
know,
we're so
we-
smart.
Fran
know it all.
Drescher called, but I didn't answer. So
I'm busy. Talk
do
to my
like
AI.
Fran.
sorry,
I
Fran.
am curious. Like, I wonder if we'll see an animation boom, just because like AI is going to help animation artists tremendously. I think.
You would think.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about even 2D animation. It's all done in computers nowadays anyway. But if you could train an AI model to go like, okay, we got the line art, and then just train an AI model to color everything, paint everything like it's supposed to be.
I think that's the thing.
And
isn't
having
it?
to go frame by frame and go like, oh, got to make her hair blue in this frame, this frame, this frame. Do it in 2 frames and feed it to the AI.
I just saw
model.
something color on a commercial or something.
Yeah?
Was it Photoshop?
Could
It
be.
was something. They just had a black and white drawing, and then boom, they were just clicking a button, and it was just changing colors.
Yeah.
Yeah?
So
All right.
I mean that's going to
Good thing.
speed up that process in animation so much. Like if they can figure out how to make it do line art, like I guess if you could feed it a drawing of a character from like 20 different angles. I mean, you're still not going to have the squashing and stretching. See, that's the thing. You still need a human touch for certain frames to give things more impact. But you could absolutely, like for like television shows for kids and shit that already use basic, you know,
Yeah.
like basic models anyway. Like, why not?
This holiday season, things usually get extra busy. And there's a good chance you'll be looking for delicious, nutritious, and convenient meals to keep you going. And that's why we have Factor. They are America's #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service and here to help you fuel up fast for breakfast, lunch, and dinner with chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door, and you'll save time, eat well, and stay on track with your hectic holiday schedule. I now get Factor weekly, and I love it. I love not only the food, I love the process. I love going in and going, oh, you know what? Okay, well, I'm going to pick my meals every week. And, oh, you know what? I'm going to switch it up all the time. It's just fun. It's easy. I save so much time not having to think on the day what I'm going to eat. And if I have time to go to the store, it's just all done for me. And they have options out the wazoo like keto, vegan and veggie, calorie smart, and protein plus options every week. And each meal is approved by dietitians, prepared by chefs, and made fresh and never frozen, using the best ingredients and delivered straight to your door. So go ahead, see for yourself. Head to factormeals.com/Neebs50 and use code Neebs50 to get 50% off your first box. That's code Neebs50 at factormeals.com/Neebs50 to get 50% off your first box. Thank you, Factor.
Is there AI text apps that'll respond to text for you? Like, because some people, I know a few people that are real chatty on text, and I like 3 texts not to be done.
And you'd have to trust it.
Can it carry that conversation on while I'll ignore it?
This was an episode of South Park. I think Stan was using ChatGPT to talk to his girlfriend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
On text?
Yeah, because his girlfriend was real chatty.
So it probably
hysterical.
exists.
Yeah. Then all the boys in school figured out they could use ChatGPT to constantly talk to their girlfriends and tell them how much they love them and just be real romantic.
Do y'all have these people in your life that won't write the whole thought?
Dude.
It'll be like, okay, so tomorrow's going to be a really big day. Send. First of all, we've got to do this and that.
Send. Oh, for sure. They exist out there. I don't have any in particular, but Gab's one of her best friends is the 2-3 word send.
Yep. Mm-mm.
2-3 word send.
In your phone.
Condense that shit.
Ding.
Mm-hmm.
Ding.
You're like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
Condense it. Don't be that person. Don't be that person.
Oh, let's have a vent session.
Which I could also say, some people don't like walls of text.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather read it in one fell swoop.
Yeah.
Me,
If
yes.
if it's too long if it's a huge wall of text, you need to call.
That's a call.
That's true.
It's a phone call.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. Yep.
All right.
If you're going past
If you're past a paragraph, yeah. If you got to go past a paragraph, it's a phone call.
Yeah.
Oh, this is good. I like what we're doing right now.
And a paragraph being like the width of your thumb. Maybe 2 widths of your thumb. 2 thumbs on top of each other.
2 thumbs for sure.
That's about it, right?
Like an inch
but
or
like
two?
1 thumb, I think is kind
So
of
it's about an inch. We could say an inch.
One
an
thumb's
inch,
only
an
a
inch and a
sentence or
half,
two.
maybe an inch and a half.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway.
If it fills the whole screen of your phone, that's it. You shouldn't write any more.
No,
You
that
have
is
to
that
scroll
is
Well, that's already a
much
phone call
past.
to me, I think.
That's
Pretty
much
much,
past
yeah.
2 thumbs.
yeah.
Unless
Okay.
you got a tiny phone.
Can we all agree on this, everybody? Like out there? You
Yeah.
guys agree
We
on
can
this?
try
Yeah.
to as
Okay.
a group.
Half a phone screen.
And
all you
with your comment response, I mean, let's just make it one comment, sure. You don't want to ding.
No, screw that.
I got a few more things while we're doing this.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's solve the world's problems right here.
I exercise at my house,
Okay.
but used to go to a gym, and sometimes I still go to a gym with a friend or something. If you're on a machine looking at your phone, you shouldn't look at your phone ever if you're on a bench or a machine.
Well, what
But
machine?
whatever, doesn't matter. A shoulder thing,
Ever?
a bench press machine.
I mean, I think
a
you're
whatever.
You're able to
Are
do
you
it for,
that guy? Is that what you're telling me right now?
Come on, I'm not working out.
Okay, you're right.
So, no, but you should be able to look at the phone if
Quickly.
If you
yeah,
can continue
quickly.
to work out,
Yeah,
if you can
no,
continue.
I
3-second look.
Yeah.
I went to a gym the other day, and this guy sat on a machine for 15
what
minutes.
was the machine?
It was just one of those little bench press
Because
machines.
if it was a bike and it's just right there,
he wasn't doing anything.
You're not
but
gonna
sitting,
crash. Okay.
Looking at just scrolling through the phone for 15 minutes.
Was it the only
Oh,
machine
even-
available, or were you just being the machine
It was the only
police?
machine like that one.
oh wow,
like that one?
that's a
Yeah.
dick.
Yeah. Don't stand up for these people.
I'm not.
No, we
I
said, but
was
that's a
asking
dick.
Put
questions.
your phone, hang up, and exercise.
No, of course.
If
15
you're on
minutes.
if you're on a machine where you're cycling,
That's
or-
what I'm saying.
Like
That's
you're
fine.
exercising
that's
during.
different.
Yes.
That's different.
But
Now, if
15
you're gonna,
minutes?
if you're gonna blow 15 minutes, like go away from the machine, walk outside or something.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't hold up a machine, especially if it's a unique
No.
machine.
Now I understand looking at the phone because I'll look at my phone if I'm like changing like my Spotify. It's like, I want a different podcast or I want some different music.
And do that
But
quick,
that's, exactly,
especially
That's-
if it's the only machine
that's
like
30 seconds to a minute tops.
that. Yeah. If you got a machine beside you, just like the one you're on, and no one's on it, you can relax a little bit because someone has options. Let me go on my next one.
Please.
Escalators
What about them?
in an airport.
Yeah.
I like to, when I get on an escalator and I'm with somebody, get right in front of them or right behind them on one side.
Yeah, you gotta consolidate to a side unless you got the moving
Yeah.
traffic to the left.
Yep. Always leave room on the escalator for people that are late for flights
Yeah.
or trying to catch that
Always.
connection. A lot of people, They got a little
got a
barricade going
wall.
there.
Just like the moving walkways that suggest you do
Right.
that, it
Yep.
should stick to an escalator as well.
Yeah.
It should be no brainer.
Unless you're walking yourself, like you moving up it.
Yeah.
But this is
This is a big deal.
This is a big
This
deal.
is good information, and
is gonna
we're
make the
people
world a
better
saints for
place.
telling people
We're
this.
making people late.
Yeah.
okay. So everybody, right
It's almost like left lane drivers. Don't be that guy.
If you don't drive fast enough, don't get in the left lane.
Move over. Stay in the right damn lane.
It's supposed to be a passing lane. I know I abuse it, but I usually go fast.
Yeah, if you go fast, you're all right.
Okay.
As long as you're not holding up the guy behind you who wants to go fast.
Right, and when you are, damn it, you know what? You make mistakes. Say you're sorry. Sometimes people make mistakes. Don't be going giving people the finger willy nilly.
Yeah, while we're doing these obvious things, I'll throw one in there that for forever. Use your turn signals, people. Fucking use
Thank you.
them.
Never.
Thank you.
Use them.
If you don't think it's important, you're
Not for the
wrong.
people behind you, people in front of you.
Front
if
of
they're
you, for
like,
sure.
that want to pull out, and if you turn
Yeah.
right on the road that you're on without having used it, fuck you.
Yep. Where I live, and I got to do this every day, I got a stoplight,
Yeah.
and I always have to turn left.
Yeah.
And people in front of me, if they're turning left, too,
Yeah.
we can just both cross in front of each other.
Yep.
Perfect.
But if they don't have their signal on, I think they're going straight, so I'm waiting. They're, I'm like, come on.
How does it feel good
I love
for
they
them?
start turning their signal on as they're turning.
Right. Oh,
So yeah, that's when I wanted
Too
to
little,
fucking
too
know.
late.
Yeah, that happens to the light right here all the time. Same thing, Neebs.
So
Drives
just,
me fucking
hey,
nuts.
I use my turn signal subconsciously. It just happens now.
Me
I do-
too.
There's never a situation I don't. It could be 3 o'clock in the morning. Nobody's out in the middle of nowhere.
I'm using them all the time.
Signal
too.
goes on.
Yeah. It's habit for me.
We're such good drivers.
We're really good people.
We're so good at everything.
So
guys.
good.
Yeah.
All right, so man,
You like to
else?
share something?
I know.
You don't have anything
What
to add to
annoys
that?
you, Simon? Other than Neebs.
You know
And
what?
Me. Can't say me.
If you're at a red light, please pay attention, because I don't know how many times I'm like 6 cars back and the light's fucking green.
And you're not moving at all.
So many people are just like, oh, they'll just wait, I don't know, 3 car lengths before they feel like it's safe to move. Come
Yeah.
on, man.
Yeah, no,
Safe.
go. I feel like a lot of people play on their phones nowadays too.
They do.
Like at a stoplight. They get on the stoplight and instead of paying attention
that's
to the
the
damn
time to
light,
respond.
it's like, oh, I'll answer a text from Barbara.
That's what my car's had the feature for a couple years, and I think it should be standard. Is light turns green, I hear it in my car, boo. Like
Yo.
it alerts me when the light is green.
Like
That-
instantly?
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
Like
That's
there might
cool.
be a momentary delay, but it's still,
I have a feature like that in my truck.
it's amazing.
Oh, yeah?
I know you do.
It's called eyeballs.
Eyeballs.
There you go.
But if you're not using your eyeballs,
Yep.
No, it's a very nice thing. And you know what? It's just a pet peeve forever, always will be the fuckers that are completely stopped at a 4-way stop and they're watching you. I'm going 20 miles an hour, 15, 10, 5, and they got to watch me stop
they
before
wait.
they fucking
They
go.
wait.
And you know what? I'm that guy. I'm that guy that goes, if you don't fucking go, boom, I'm fucking going.
Right.
Because guess what? I've stopped. I've given you a full motherfucking stop, and you still haven't moved. I'm going.
You missed out, baby.
Screw you.
Am I a dick in that respect? Because come on, man, why
If you
are
gave
these
them
people
long enough,
You
moving?
shouldn't have. Yeah, you don't have to wait.
They
it's like
see
I'm
me-
already stopped, and they see you slowing down. Like, okay, I can go.
Like they should. Why are you so scared when you see people obviously slowing down? They're gonna stop at the stop sign. What are you scared of, people? Engage.
Exactly.
I'm with you. I'm with you,
Yeah.
Simon.
I had a lady today because it's always about when did you get there and which direction you're going. If y'all get there at the same time, it depends on who's going straight.
Exactly.
But, this lady, I was going straight. She was whatever to my right, and she's waiting. I'm like, you were here first. You were here like a good 5 seconds before I got here.
Yeah, and you knew it.
What are you doing?
She knew
What
it.
are you doing? You're waiting because you're a scared little person.
I should have pulled a Simon and just went.
Yeah.
T-bone that bitch.
That'll teach her.
That'll show her for being dumb.
Ugh.
Traffic.
Patience, though. All right.
Yeah.
So anyway,
That's pretty much everything that's on my mind right now.
that
The rest of the world is everyone's great.
okay.
And the
Man.
people doing these things are great. They're just oblivious to certain things.
Yeah, it's very true.
People I love and care about do these things as well. And
True.
I can't change them.
Yep.
I try.
you
Yeah,
can't.
try, but it ain't gonna happen.
And I know I do the things like, man, patience is really important in a vehicle. I think I find I'm pretty freaking patient. I'm usually very impatient with the people who quickly get impatient with me.
I know someone who's not patient.
It's me, isn't it?
I know. Yeah.
He's in this room.
And Absar, it's Absar and Anthony both. Right?
See, well, you ride with me probably every week, Neebs.
Yeah, I
so I
do.
must be a decent enough driver that you keep getting in the car with me.
I find you, like, I'm a cautious driver. You are a super cautious driver.
Oh, big time. I don't trust anybody. That's my thing. And
Yeah.
that's like, I haven't been in a wreck in 20 years.
Yeah, no, I think you're a very safe driver.
Yeah.
You're not a patient driver.
No, yeah, because like, yeah, the little things, like people, four-way stop. I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Mm-hmm. Call them out, flip them off, moon them, do it all.
You
do
give
it all.
people the finger?
Yeah.
On the regular?
Uh-huh. I stand up and do a little helicopter with my dick. Do it all.
But do you really give it? Because I don't give people the finger. Like, I've recently
either.
done it.
No, I usually don't. I will
Okay.
blow the horn at somebody of like, yeah, I mean, just the other day, traffic was backed up, and I had, at a four-way intersection, I had to go straight across. And the person, instead of letting me go straight across first, turned left out of, like, from going straight, turned right in front of me so I couldn't go straight across because he wanted to get in the traffic line. Ooh, I laid on that motherfucking horn.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
and you know what?
Idiot.
Yeah, I could see that.
No, I'm like, he didn't see me.
Oh, yeah.
Bless his heart.
Yeah, bless his
Yeah.
heart.
No, I want him to know. It's like, oh, I pissed that guy off.
And you know what? People shouldn't be offended by the horn. He deserved that horn. Sometimes I give people the horn, but in a friendly, like, beep, like it's time to go.
Mm-hmm.
Like you haven't noticed something, and I'm not. Most of the time I'll wait at least 2 seconds. Sometimes I'm go.
like you said, the green light thing.
Yeah.
So many times. That's just quick meep meep.
That's a double beep.
Like a hey,
Yeah,
Tap, tap.
pay attention,
and
idiot.
so many people get butthurt from that. And you know how many fingers I've gotten from that? Where when people beat me, because we all make mistakes, I put the hand up like, oh, sorry.
Sorry.
I immediately want to go, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because I should have been doing something better. But the assholes that give you the finger because they were not paying attention.
No, see, I just wave
Don't be
back at
that
him.
guy.
Like, hey, fuck you for calling me out. They're like, hey, asshole, how you doing?
Yeah, I get angry. And that's when I sometimes give the finger. I'm like, really? Fuck you.
No, there are people that because when you make a mistake, and everybody does it. And listen, I bet 90% of the people listening right now are guilty of this. People can't drive in this city. I've been all over the world. Everyone says that. If you're saying that, stop saying that. People can't drive anywhere. Don't pretend like your hometown is where everybody can drive.
Right. No, they're idiots everywhere. And we're usually idiots too ourselves sometimes if we're honest. Sometimes we make mistakes.
mess up
I'm a really
sometimes.
good driver. So,
Yeah, he
Yeah.
never
I don't know what
makes
you're talking
mistakes.
about.
Sometimes like, oh crap, I didn't see that car. I did whatever. You messed up. And hopefully you get the guy that's like, yep, I'm sorry. You did that. I mess up too. You're great.
Yeah, that's where you wonder 50 years down the line will like just this AI system be in charge of our vehicles.
There won't be any road rage because the
Yeah.
computer will be driving everything.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
let the computer drive.
And we talked about it before. It's great. It'd be great for older people. Like, I want to have that because I don't want people to take away my ability to get around. It sucks for my mom that she can't drive.
She can Uber.
And she can, but she never would, and it's way too expensive. It's kind of nuts, too. It's like when you want to do short distance stuff, it's crazy how that could be twice as much as going downtown from where I live.
Right. Well,
And you go like, oh, wow, I'm just going to like Food Lion, and it's 3 miles away, and they're charging $20-something. My mom
Jesus.
does not.
well, she needs to go to Harris Teeter across town.
Well, anyway, it's for the people who can't afford it.
There's
but
also DoorDash.
again,
Oh, that shit's expensive too.
it's fucking expensive as hell. She's not going to do any of these things. My mother does not want to. My mother gets mad that I don't use coupons. You think that she's going to go and do whatever. Like, I went out and I've got a windshield. And she's like, you don't ever have to pay for a windshield. You could just do this. And I'm like, Mom.
Does your mom have friends?
Yeah. And she does. She gets rides. She does, but she doesn't like to bother people.
I love to bother people.
She could bother you. You could start giving my mom rides
Yep.
to cards, to mahjong.
Does she play that?
Yeah. My mom is fucking with it when it comes down to games and stuff. Like, her mind is there.
Okay.
She really is. For someone who's her age.
So is it the price of Uber that she's against or using
Yeah,
that?
she's on a very fixed income.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, and I could offer to
Can
pay
she
for
still
stuff.
work?
But
Let's put her to work.
good. She can
Yeah,
cook.
can she edit?
Yeah.
She's a good cook. She can't edit.
How is she with a mower?
She's
mowing
I
grass.
think she's done with mowing.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
Anyway,
Just saying, you gotta keep your body sharp.
she's kicking butt though for her age.
that's great.
Ah, sorry.
Welcome
Welcome
back.
back.
A vet. So, yeah, Gab's big cat, Maine Coon. Bit of vet. But,
Bad kitty.
What? So
and
there's
you
more
mentioned
stories?
Damn
such
kitty.
such a good kitty.
No,
Jasper is a good, big,
I've been over
sweet
to your
boy.
place and I've seen that cat. That cat is cool as shit.
He's a sweet, sweet big boy. And he was
So the cat was getting probed or something, and,
getting his second shot.
and didn't like it.
And, yeah, being held down, like, started growling after the first, like, when the second one was going to happen.
So
and
there was a warning.
Gabs was even saying, like, just, maybe give him a break. Give him a little break when he's, and, hand slipped, holding his head down or whatever, and
Bite.
bit.
How in the world?
And- go ahead.
I don't know. When the vets are giving animals a shot, I'm surprised they don't have some sort of protective gear on.
Yeah, you'd hope something, and I don't know
exactly
all
what
the
I was
details
thinking.
there.
Like you'd be wearing fucking
Yeah,
chainmail,
exactly.
something.
Full arm.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So the problem is, it wasn't just a bite. Oops, let it go. Now it's an ordeal.
Because in North Carolina, the law has to be reported to Animal Services
Okay.
and cover everybody, I guess. And thank God he was up to date on his vaccines. Otherwise, he'd be put down.
Okay. So is it just
He wasn't up
paperwork,
to
or is
date?
it?
Yeah. What's that?
So, if there was no shots, put down.
I think they
Just
they
for not being
react-
up to date.
I think they react that quickly potentially.
Which is kind of fucked up.
Oh, it's super fucked up.
It's like, why aren't we waiting to see what happens?
Yeah. Are you
So-
hurt? Yeah.
Yeah.
Killing the animal doesn't help
I mean,
the
yeah.
person who's
No,
been bit.
no, not at all.
So it's just if it's just paperwork, I guess.
Yeah,
It's like, okay.
apparently he's got to be. There's going to be a quarantine that
Mm-hmm.
happens, but it could be at home. There's going to be a follow-up call or visit. It's just the thing, the whole process, But
Taxpayer
he's
dollars
a
at
good
work.
boy.
What's this call gonna be like? So did the cat bite anybody this week?
Yeah, has he
Or-
been biting you guys regularly?
Yeah, like no shit. Like,
Yeah. What are you going to say?
how about if he acts up anymore, call us.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And
Has this
your
ever
average pet
happened?
owners now.
No. Is there a report of this ever happening? No. Okay.
Man,
And
someone's getting paid to file this fucking paperwork. I tell you.
Gabs and the vet both in agreement in the report to Animal Services apparently that it was provoked.
Right.
Yeah, by being stabbed by
It's
a
an
needle.
important fact.
Duh.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
Giving
Yeah.
a cat a
It's an
damn
animal.
shot. That cat
Yeah.
doesn't want that fucking shot.
Already got one, was getting number 2, and is like, fuck this number 2.
Again, I'm surprised these vets don't have some sort of protective gear. What the
know.
hell?
Yeah,
It's like I got to go and stab an animal, and it's going to be pissed at me.
yeah.
Well, you got to be
What?
able to administer the shot. So certain things make sense but yeah.
If it's
Come on, we
if
can
the
do that
animal
with
is
gloves.
like
You
really
could,
in a,
of course.
if it's growling, like let's take a little break.
Yeah. Do they make muzzles for cats?
I would imagine.
Or a
Something.
helmet, like a cat helmet that covers
Looks like a
their face?
Bane mask.
Man, no, you can just do that with a styrofoam cup and some damn like
Twine.
rubber bands.
I know when I see a cat wearing like an orange peel or an apple over its head, it's hilarious.
It is.
Like
And
it's
they
a
hate
helmet.
It. You know they hate it.
Fruit helmet. They don't like anything cool.
Nah, they don't like anything.
cats.
Yeah,
know what you're
they don't
talking
like
about.
booties. Tell you that
They
much.
don't like tape on their feet
They don't like that at all.
or cucumbers or cheese.
I got Emily is going to the vet tomorrow, and I'm just like, I mean, she's gonna be a good girl, but
Yeah, it's stressful. It's got to be stressful for an animal because they're just like, I
Oh,
don't
for
know-
sure.
I don't know
They
why
know.
I'm here. I hate this place.
they
Yeah.
sense all the energy there. And just we'll take this, everyone out there, as a reminder: make sure you're up to date on your vaccines with your
Yeah.
pets.
Yeah, and you
Or
know
else.
what? Speaking of pets, with Bubba, I was telling you he was looking around and doing those weird shit, and thought maybe he was having some neurological issues. He apparently turned into, and this is like, I don't know, trip 3 to the vet. Finally figured out at least the last run of, what we were thinking was him seeing stuff that wasn't there, was a skin rash that he had underneath his fur. And when he was looking around and doing his stuff, he was
he's
kind of
trying
doing
to
a
scratch it.
half-ass, even though
Yeah.
he wasn't rolling around and doing
Yeah.
what you'd normally do to scratch
He's
your
trying-
back.
He's probably bending his
To
neck.
reach
Yeah.
that spot, it
Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah,
working.
just kind of just going around in circles and doing some weird shit that
That's
I'm.
funny. And you went with hallucinations or something. My dog's seeing stuff that ain't there.
Dude, the vet,
Who's gonna get an exorcism?
2 vets.
Said
This
the
is
same
the
thing.
This is the third
Your
vet.
dog's seeing ghosts. That's my professional
That's
opinion.
what the vet said. That would be.
Third doctor's like,
ghosts.
nope, neck rash.
Neck crash for sure.
No, you sure
see
it's
it?
not ghosts?
Yeah, there it is.
You sure? Could have swore it
I
would
want
be
a fourth
ghosts.
opinion.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's the ghost.
Yeah.
Did you see the new Ghostbusters trailer?
I did.
I watched it.
It is ice, and it's
Yeah.
coming.
It's weird.
I don't know, man.
Really weird.
It doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I trust that director. He did a good job with the last one.
Sure.
But yeah, it just didn't feel like a Ghostbusters movie. But
Are
that's
the original
that's
people
also
in it?
kind of good. Yeah, it's all the original crew
Okay.
and the new crew from the last movie, the Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Yeah, the kids and
Well,
Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Don't blow it.
It's just a teaser, like trailer type thing. It's like it's one of probably what I'm assuming is going to be because it's the first one, right? So I'm assuming there's going to be another at least 2 or 3.
Well, no,
Oh,
it's the second one of this new batch, I guess. Because they
Oh,
had
of
Ghostbusters
teasers.
Afterlife where they introduced the kids and Paul
No,
Rudd.
first teaser for this new one.
Oh,
Yes,
the first teaser.
That's
then
what
yes.
I'm talking about.
Yes.
Meaning, I like to watch this shit. So there's probably going to be like I don't know, at least a few more. And this was just the first one, so I could see them being like, oh, let's just fucking make everyone be like weird ice.
Hey,
it's
you know
so
what?
strange.
It's
what's
different.
designed.
Yeah.
I'll
it
give them
is.
that. You know, they're not doing Gozer again.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, let's do something new.
Yeah,
Let's see what you guys can pull off.
Yeah, I'm assuming we're going to get a lot more information in the next trailer.
Staying on the video game side of things, you heard the announcement of that Legend of Zelda movie?
Yeah, a live action movie.
Yeah.
that Nintendo is partnering with Sony to
Yep.
produce.
Yep.
Why
I'm
is-
intrigued.
Why wouldn't you be?
Who's gonna play Zelda?
I don't
I mean,
know.
it's got to be a young, fresh kid.
Who's gonna play Link? Tom Holland.
That's what I'm saying. No, he's too old.
Oh, Zelda's the girl, right?
Zelda is the girl. Link's the little
mean, who's
cute
gonna play Link?
fairy boy.
Okay.
Yeah, Tom
I'll do it.
Holland's too old now. They got to find some young, fresh talent.
You
I'll do it.
slap some makeup on that pig.
Yeah,
He'd
but
be
come
all right.
on. Ugh,
Okay, I'll do it.
come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think you would want somebody completely fresh, somebody that's
Yeah.
I would think. But who knows?
But I don't know nothing about the
That's
world.
gonna
It's so
be
beloved.
yeah. How are you gonna pull that off? All right, I got a lot of questions, but we'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see.
Well, what was the announcement? What do you? Did
Just
you
that there's going to be a live action.
They're doing a
Legend of
live
Zelda
action
movie.
Zelda.
All right.
They made a ton of money on the Mario movie, so now Nintendo's like, well, let's do our next most popular franchise. Let's make that a movie.
Yeah.
I thought they would for sure go animation route again.
Me
but
too.
I was like, no, let's do a live action Zelda. Like, whoa, what the hell
So-
is that going to look like?
Yeah.
It could be years down the road.
Did we
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about Beetlejuice on the stream or
Beetlejuice,
podcast?
Beetlejuice?
Yeah, we talked about it, didn't we?
A little bit.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, nice title.
Best name.
Great title.
Beetlejuice. I just
Okay.
worry because it's Tim Burton and like all of his more modern movies have just been like
They haven't-
CGI nightmares.
they
and
haven't
they're not
quite hit.
really- I don't know. I'm not. Maybe it'll be good. Michael Keaton's great. He's back.
Yeah.
The kids.
And they got old pouty lips from Wednesday. What's her name?
Oh yeah,
She's
Yeah,
Lydia,
yeah.
Lydia's daughter.
Ortega.
Yeah.
Jenna Ortega.
Jenna
Yeah, I believe
Ortega.
that's her name.
That's right.
Oh, and I guess as far as trailers, I only Rockstar Games can announce that they're releasing a trailer and it's big news. Like the only damn company I think that can do that. It's like, hey, we're putting a trailer out in December, and like everybody online's just like, oh my god.
Oh, that is big freaking news,
done
though,
all right.
man.
Yeah.
We've been
So
waiting
that-
for a decade.
That feels like
Or-
it'll be released the following Christmas.
Yeah, if so, yeah, they're probably aiming for Q4 2024.
Yeah.
I bet it's gonna go into Q1 or Q2 2025.
Maybe. I don't know.
That's their track record of like, yeah, here's when we want to put it out, but then of course they always delay it.
Can't wait to see the graphics on that thing.
Oh my God.
Man, I mean, if it looks, I mean, Red Dead already looked amazing. It's like, what are they gonna do with this?
Yeah.
My God.
Is the Quest 3 out?
Yeah, well, you
so.
can buy it. It might be pre-order though. It's $500.
Ooh, that's
I
expensive.
think. Did I see that correctly? Or was the 512 gig version might be $499?
I don't know.
But it didn't look, or at least from, because I only saw the image of it from the cover of it. Like I didn't click in on it. I saw the price and then whatever it was. But it looked like it was deeper. It looked like it was still kind of big.
Maybe it's lighter. Who knows? I don't know. A lot of speculation here. We're good at that.
Yeah. We're not really up to date. I know it's coming out, but I know nothing.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, I went out. I had a fun weekend. I was supposed to go camping in Carolina Beach.
Shitty weekend for
And
that.
yeah, it's just the weather turned. It was like we got up there Saturday, and my neighbor had a cabin up there, And we were supposed to spend Saturday night, but the weather was just bad. We hung out all day, had a campfire going, had a little shelter. So we still got a little outdoors action. But then that night I decided, like, well, I'm in Carolina Beach, so I grabbed a couple hotel rooms. And we went walking on the boardwalk late at night, went bar hopping in Carolina Beach. It was
That's
great.
a blast.
It was great.
Done it many times.
I've never stayed down there. I've been down there and then gone home, but I was like, screw it. I want to be able to stumble back to my.
It's fun to turn into a
room.
thing.
Where'd you stay?
I stayed at the Hampton,
Right beside the
the
boardwalk.
one right beside the boardwalk. Yeah,
That's great. They got a little outdoor bar and everything.
yeah. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, that's right down from that the hemp store.
Yeah.
Yes,
I think
it
it's
is.
right
my green flower.
Oh, what is that again? Greenflower.com.
Green, Greenflower Wellness to mygreenflower.com.
Oh yeah.
How often do you get Neebs community stopping by your store?
Not
you know
enough.
what? Maybe average to, I don't know, who knows. Summer months, one a month, something like that.
Okay.
People do stop by.
Yeah.
I had a funny, just quick interaction at Food Line today.
Really?
Yeah, I was walking in, grabbing my stuff, and I was walking towards the registers, and I was just walking by a lady. She goes, "Oh, hey, big fan." I was like, "Oh, thank you."
Yeah.
And
You
just
too.
kept on trucking.
All right.
She loves Metallica.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that makes the most sense. Doesn't it?
Wow. Yeah.
It just happens every now and then. It's like, oh shit, someone recognized us. Neat.
Can't believe he's shopping.
Now, Neebs,
Food
you went
Line.
traveling.
Yeah, Neebs.
Tell us about Argentina.
Yeah. So I had this year's crazy for me. I've got way too many trips, mainly because of family. And yeah.
Blame the family.
So this though was a longtime friend of mine, but also my wife, and she's getting married. Well, she lives in Argentina,
Yeah.
so we flew to Argentina, and I've never been, and it was pretty awesome. That's a really cool city.
That's great. And it's a good
Buenos
excuse to
Aires.
go.
Yeah.
You keep
Yeah.
saying Argentina's the city, but you were in Buenos Aires.
Buenos
Buenos
Aires.
Aires. Yep.
All right.
Yeah. Went to Buenos Aires.
And T Swift was there while you were there.
Yeah. Taylor Swift was there, and Neebs Gaming was there. So it was a big weekend there. So the wedding was on Friday, and it was raining.
Yeah.
And Taylor Swift's concert is in a stadium because that's the only thing big enough to hold.
Yeah.
You know.
Her tits.
The soccer
Right.
thing, yeah.
So yeah, we were on a shuttle that day to the wedding. So between the rain and all the lost Swifties, it was a 3-hour ride instead of a 1-hour ride. And but the wedding ended up being great.
That's awesome.
'Cause,
Good.
good food,
big
good
day.
party, a lot of dancing, drinks. It was
All the
awesome.
wedding things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wedding stuff.
But yeah,
Did you get to explore the city a bit?
yeah, beautiful city, gardens for days. Like
Yeah.
they got this botanical gardens, Japanese garden,
Damn.
eco park, which is just a free park in the middle of the city, and they got elephants and giraffes and these
What?
little Patagonian guinea pig deer
Just in the
looking
park
things.
in the middle of the city.
Yeah,
That's
So-
so cool.
It's wild.
everybody we met was great. Most of them don't speak English, which I loved because I got to practice my Spanish.
Oh yeah, you did. Felt pretty
How'd you
good down
do?
there.
If I start off with, hey, my Spanish isn't that good,
Yeah.
please talk slowly.
Yeah.
We can talk,
That's beautiful.
That's great.
Nice.
but if they start going fast, it's too much.
All that work paying off.
Yeah,
I mean, it has been paying off.
It's
That's
fun.
really
10
cool.
years of Duolingo.
yeah, 7.
7 years.
Yeah.
But 7 years of daily.
Yeah, but like for me, like if you just buckle down, you could probably do it a lot quicker. I'm like a 5-minute a day guy,
Sure.
10-minute a day, and sometimes I have lessons to listen when I'm driving. So, yeah, with that little small amount of commitment, yeah, you can work your way around a city pretty good.
That's awesome.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good that you're getting the practice in because that's a nice side of it too. You know.
Yep.
You can learn all you want via the app and shit, but it's that interaction,
I found that I can pretty much say whatever I can get my point across with just about anything.
and that's important. Yeah.
Listening is my weakness, so that's what I'm going to work on now. I'm just going to find like people that just there's YouTube channels where they just will tell stories or just do whatever, and I'm just going to like pick a couple of those and listen to them like over and over and over until your brain just gets used to hearing it, and you don't have to like try to translate words on the fly. You just know it just from hearing it. Then it's on.
Yeah, another 7 years. Yeah, you'll.
14 years, I'm gonna have it.
Yeah, exactly. There'll be no problem.
Yeah, unless we
born
get like
with
a
it.
big break, and I can just go immerse myself into it. But I can't do that to community. Can
No,
you imagine
no.
going a month without me?
We'll just make videos down there.
Right. That is another way to do it.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the neural implant. I'll get Spanish Get a few of them in one go.
Really? Is that how it's gonna work?
I'm just.
Wouldn't that be nice?
I mean, of course, it would be nice. It's such
That'd
a.
be
I mean,
crazy.
something similar. Yeah, you could, with an ear pod in your phone,
There's
you can
that.
translate already.
There's all that.
And it's
but-
pretty damn good.
Yeah. And how great would it be? Like, hey, I learned Japanese last night. Be pretty dope.
Oh, like the Matrix style?
Yeah,
Just
kinda
upload it to my brain.
But no, Neebs put in the work, and good for you.
Yeah. Well, if it ever gets there, that would be awesome. I mean, Google Translate on your phone helps a lot. If you
For
do
sure.
get stuck, we did have a point at the store where I was confused about what the lady was saying because she was saying partido something. To me, partido means like a game, but apparently it was like, and I forget the second word, it was like a discount rack.
Okay.
So she was saying discount rack. I don't know what she's going on about this game. Like,
Right? Does she think
We're
I'm
gonna
playing a
close-
game? I'm
yeah.
not playing no game.
this woman's looking for a dress.
Right.
And man, people really appreciate when you make the effort to learn their language too, don't they?
Yeah, I think there is definitely like being able to speak the language. Then you can like joke around like us, have a good laugh, connect a little better
Yeah.
than just getting the words and understanding the transaction that you're
Yeah.
making. But yeah, because I really enjoyed that city with the limited Spanish I have. If I could really get to know people really well and interact with people more, it'd be
Yeah.
even more of a rich experience.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
I had an impromptu trip to Myrtle.
This
Myrtle
weekend?
Beach.
Yeah, it
Dirty
was-
Myrtle.
It was
Trailer park
raining.
by the coast.
That's it.
Hell yeah.
My kid was like, maybe we'll go to Myrtle or something. And I'm like, it's a shitty day. I'm like, this is just like, the weather's kind of crappy. It was kind of later in the afternoon. And then I'm just like,
Why not?
I'm like, it's not that far.
What'd you do down there on the shit day?
On the shit day. Well, we ended up,
Well, they both were shit.
Sunday
was
Saturday
shitty,
and Sunday were both
yeah,
garbage.
Saturday and Sunday were shit. Well, she never went to Dave and Buster's. We ended up going to Dave and Buster's.
Did they have Connect 4 basketball that Anthony and I played forever?
I didn't play it and I didn't
Damn
see it.
Connect 4 basketball is the best thing, best damn game ever invented.
Dude, it is, man. I might have even passed it and not even realized what it was.
That's the best. I think Anthony and I spent hours playing that when we went to Myrtle.
So you're telling me there's a game at like an arcade place
Yes.
that you can pay money and play it for more than 10 seconds?
Yes, that's what we loved about it.
That's wonderful.
It's like, you could go back and forth. It was a round of Connect 4.
It's got all the chutes, like all the baskets across the top that a normal Connect 4 would
Not
have.
a normal board. It's smaller
Okay.
than a normal board.
Like maybe half board.
Yeah.
And your balls are different colors?
No, you don't.
No, once you get so I'll just say there's 5 basketball hoops.
Okay.
And once you get one in the hoop, your color will drop.
Okay, gotcha.
So if you miss, you don't, your color doesn't get to drop, which is also fun. It's like, player one's turn goes. Like, fuck, I missed.
I see.
Yeah, but it was great. Like an average round would last maybe at least 5-6 minutes.
Man, that's a good value.
That's great
Yeah.
for arcades.
Yeah.
Arcades nowadays is like, you throw $2 in, you hit a button, you watch a ball drop, and he was like, congratulations, here's 5 tickets.
Get those
asshole.
tickets.
Yeah, and we did a VR game that was kind of bullshit. It was one of those things where it's like they say you're going to shoot. You're like, oh, this is going to be fun. You're going to be able to shoot things. It was just watching a movie and they was shaking the thing around and you're playing this. And you're like, you're not actually playing a game.
Yeah,
it's
just
more like you're watching
watching
a
a
movie and you get to shoot a few things and then it brings you to the same spot.
You should stand by that machine and tell whoever's playing that game.
Don't
do it.
Don't waste your money. Don't
You're
waste
not
your time
really
and
doing
money.
that. You're not really shooting.
This is a bunch of bull. It doesn't matter if I'm shooting these particular, these particular robots because it's just this. It's bullshit.
I feel that way on ride. You ever been on a ride, like at Disney World or somewhere, or something that's you got a little gun in your little car and you're driving by stuff and you're shooting at a screen,
It is.
No
It's
one-
the same bullshit.
I
No,
don't
it
think
is.
so.
It's. I do know what you're
and it's
talking
keeping
about.
score for you somehow. And there's a little number on your little cart, and you're like, I don't know.
I think I
man.
know what you're talking about. Yeah, they don't check out. They don't seem very
Doesn't
accurate.
seem like it's working.
Yeah. But we went to. We went to. What do you
David
call it?
Buster's?
Dave and
No,
Buster's.
but what do you call the
Bathroom.
Broadway at the beach?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
And it's rainy, and I'm like, there's not going to be anybody here. I'm wondering, I'm like, are the freaking shops even open? It was busy.
Because everybody that was hoping that the weather was good, like in
I
some
guess so.
way, had to do something.
Yeah, and they were there, and it was busy. It was popping over it in shitty
Over
weather. It's
Broadway?
cold
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, it was actually a lot of fun. We had a good time.
Yeah, I enjoy Broadway at the beach. It's a fun time.
You guys
Yeah.
were all out and about. Like when Saturday became like it was, it turned into like one of those lazy movie days.
Oh yeah.
And then getting hungry toward the night, and she was craving
Tacos.
prime rib.
Prime rib.
Wanted some protein, so we Instacarted and made a prime rib, like a big old, threw that in the oven, did like a garlic butter around the outside, and had it kind of like, in the top rack, and kind of
What, caramelized?
not
Oh,
caramelized,
that,
but you know what I mean. It made like that outer
Little
shell,
crisp. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and bunch of au jus. I made a bunch of au jus, and then we bust out the Mario Party. So that made for a good shit weekend.
That's what you do with weather like that.
Yeah, if you're not going to Myrtle or Carolina Beach,
or
if you're not already in Buenos Aires.
Mm-hmm.
See, Carolina Beach was the opposite, man. It was laid back as hell.
Yeah.
Like I was expecting, okay, it's probably gonna be people there, but no.
Oh,
We went bar hopping, man. And most of the bars were like kind of empty.
Oh, really?
It was nice, just chatting with some locals, and yeah, we had a good time.
Nice. There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Huh?
Yeah.
Anything else we want to share?
I want to play a little bit of
Vampire Survivors.
maybe one round before I grab my dinner. I don't know.
Everyone's new addiction at the office. Vampire Survivors that Neebs missed out on.
I haven't played it, no.
Yeah.
But I have seen it because you guys are talking about it, and I'm like, yeah, I've seen this somewhere on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Well, it's a $5 game, right?
Yeah.
And
Cheap.
we highly recommend it if you haven't seen us stream it, which was a couple weeks ago now. It's fun.
It's fun. You can play it with one hand if you want.
If
Very
you want,
true.
yeah, I guess you could. And I guess Happy Thanksgiving. That's when this podcast is
Yeah, it's
dropping,
true.
right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving.
So happy
Happy
Thanksgiving,
Thanksgiving.
everybody.
Man, we
Eat
didn't
what you
even-
want.
didn't
Don't let
even-
people tell you what you got to eat.
No,
Yeah.
hell no. Not on today.
I'm
Today
not
you
eating
do-
turkey.
Yeah. And on your way to wherever you're going, use your turn signals.
Yeah, be safe.
Or T-bone that bitch if she gets out of line.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that.
Ding-a-dang-dang. Ding-a-dang-dang. Pretty bop boop